We're big fans of one-bag travel, but backpacks aren't the only option. From soft-sided rollers to wheeled duffels and hard-sided spinners, we've tested dozens of carry-ons for your next trip. And in this video, we're going to be showing you 10 of the best carry-on rolling luggage we've tried. Before we dive in, it's worth noting that a lot of luggage is marketed as a carry-on, even though it's slightly too big for a lot of airlines' dimensions. While we haven't had issues flying with any of the bags on this list with more relaxed airlines like Delta, be sure to check compliance before you buy, or else you could be forced to gate check. Let's start with one bag you've probably seen all over the airport. That's because this bag is the most popular among flight attendants, and now travelers are jumping on board. Pun kind of intended. And after I took this Travelpro Maxlite 5 for a spin, I could see why. The wheels on the carry-on expandable spinner are super quiet, and the nicely padded handles on the top and side are the thickest we've seen on any rolling luggage we've tried, and give you leverage when you put it in your car or the overhead bin. On top of that, the telescoping handle is super ergonomic to hold and is a unanimous team favorite among the luggage we've tested so far. Even though I found the handle a bit wobbly when I used it, Packhacker Pro member Heather says hers has survived cobblestone streets, curbs, and more, and it's still working well after a half-dozen years of traveling the world as a digital nomad. There's not a ton of internal organization, but she says that it's enough to keep everything where it needs to be. And we agree. The bucket shape is simple but easy to pack. We like to put bulkier gear towards the bottom since that's where the bag expands, and use the tie-down straps to hold clothing in place. There's a small zipper mesh pocket along the side for tinier gear or to hide extra cash, and a larger one along the lid. We like that this one has exterior pockets too, because that means that you don't have to unzip the entire thing just to get to your 311 bag when you're going through security. One is a simple slip pocket where you can put travel documents, your phone, and your wallet, and the other is a larger zip pocket where you can stash an extra layer for the plane or your liquid toiletry bag. They're pretty shallow though, so they're best suited for flat items. I actually stored my laptop in the larger pocket on the outside when I was traveling. I just put it in an extra case for some additional padding and protection. The Manos carry-on has substantial internal organization, but it's split into two equal sides instead of one big bucket like the Travelpro. This is a design that you'll see a lot with hard-sided luggage, especially the suitcases in this video. But that doesn't mean that you have to sacrifice features. Inside the Manos is some convenient organization for your gear, like bags for your shoes and laundry. There's also a removable compression pad with a built-in mesh pocket that Tom uses as a mini garment bag to keep a folded shirt neat. To pack the remaining space, flip it out of the top of the bag and load up your packing cubes, clothing, dop kit, and pouches. The opposite side features a zippered mesh panel to keep your items from falling out as you close the bag. Plus, it has a zippered pocket on the front for slim items like socks and gloves. On top of the intuitive organization, we just really like the look of this thing. The polycarbonate shell is sleek and subtle, and it does a great job at protecting what's inside as you make your way through the airport. Plus, Packhacker Pro Lance says he likes hard-sided luggage like the Manos because it keeps him from bringing too much. However, we've noticed that it's prone to scratches, even if you're just sliding it into the overhead bin. Making your way through the airport is super smooth on 4 spinning wheels, and the handle has 4 points to stop on the way to the top. However, unlike most luggage, the button you push to make it extend is on the underside, so we sometimes bump it accidentally. There's also a built-in combination lock to keep out thieves and stop the zippers from opening on their own. No matter which carry-on I'm packing, I like to keep things simple with my skincare routine. That's easy to do with Proven Skincare, this video's sponsor. I've been using their system for over a month, and it's helped clear up acne and discoloration much faster than other products I've used because it's personalized for me. They match me with a 3-step system that includes a cleanser, a daily moisturizer with SPF, and a night cream. Since I really only wear makeup when my skin is acting up, I like that Proven keeps my skin clear so that I can bring the bare minimum on a trip. It's easy to get started. I took an online skin quiz based on 47 factors like skin concerns and history, the season, and my environment. I was already familiar with a lot of the ingredients, and using Proven has allowed me to tick all the boxes without buying a bunch of separate products. Plus, the bottles are TSA compliant, so I can plop them right in my toiletry bag before a trip. You can get Proven Skincare delivered every 6 to 12 weeks, depending on how often you need a refill. Use code PACKHACKER at tryprovenskin.com/packhackers to get your own personalized 3-step skincare system for just $99. When you hear the name Samsonite, there's a good chance that you think rolling luggage. The brand has made suitcases for years, so we're not surprised at the quality of this spinner. The hard shells and wheels are plastic, but feel very durable. The aluminum handle has a 2-stop height adjustment and is comfortable to hold as you wheel through the airport and to your hotel. Like the Manos and some other bags we're chatting about today, the Freeform has a built-in TS-approved lock. However, the Samsonite can expand by another inch if you need more space, and not all hard-sided luggage can. Of course, that really pushes it past typical airline dimensions, so we don't use this feature too often. And you'll probably have plenty of room without it anyway. I was able to get everything that I needed for a week-long trip to the Dominican Republic inside without any issue. A zippered flap holds gear in place on the left side so it won't fall out as you flip it closed, and there's a zippered pocket on top for small gear like cords and chargers. The open bucket side has an elastic compression strap crisscrossing the space to hold down folded clothing or packing cubes. There's one more zippered pocket along the side for small accessories, but we find it hard to access when the compartment is fully packed. If you always find that one handle height is too tall while another is too short, check out the July carry-on. Its telescoping handle stops at 20 different points on its way from 11 to 20 inches. That's the most adjustable handle that we're featuring in this video, and honestly one of the most adjustable handles we've seen, period. You can get it in two different styles at this time, original and essential. The original includes an external 10,000 milliamp hour battery bank that lets you power up your devices without finding a power pedestal at the airport. It's removable too, so you can use it throughout your trip, but it's not the smallest. The original also has metal bumpers at the corners to protect your bag if it bumps into the wall or up a curb. Meanwhile, the Essential has internal bumpers and lacks a battery bank. Whichever you choose, the four wheels spin on a dime and take little effort to keep rolling. Inside, it looks a lot like the Monos. A zipper mesh panel holds your gear on the front half, while the backside features a Y-shaped compression strap connecting to a panel to cinch down your gear. A metal frame surrounds that panel with a large mesh zipper pocket for flat gear. Flipping it out the bottom of the bag to access clothing underneath can be a bit unwieldy, but you can remove it if you don't want it. It also includes a laundry bag that you can snap in place on the bottom half of the bag, though you'll have to make room for it on the way home since you're unlikely to fold your dirty clothing as neatly as you did when it was clean. With its internal compression panel and zippered mesh pocket holding gear in place on one side, the carry-on from Away is very similar to the Monos and July. But we think there are a few differences that make it a little nicer to use. Away's compression panel has two zippered pockets and attaches with two straps that connect at the middle of the bag, so it flips towards the other half of the carry-on instead of out of the top or the bottom. That takes up less space in your packing area while you slot in your cubes and lay a few pieces of more easily wrinkled clothing on top to be held in place by that panel. The zippered mesh on the other side keeps your gear in place and includes a pocket for slim gear like a travel journal or gloves, plus there's an included laundry bag for your dirty clothing. One feature that's missing is the built-in battery bank, which Away used to include but has since phased out. If that's a deal breaker for you, July is a great alternative. We like the sleek and modern look of the polycarbonate carry-on, and you can get it in several colors, from neutral to bright. You can keep it looking nice even after a trip with an included scuff buffer, and it also comes with a luggage tag so you can reconnect with your gear if you accidentally leave it behind. Away uses YKK zippers on the bag, which we love for their durability, although its exterior zipper is slightly recessed, which is a unique design that makes it feel almost like two rigid panels floating on the zipper, which makes it feel a little bit floppier in the middle than other hard-sided luggage we've tried. On the other hand, the handle is luxurious. It's soft, grippy, and comfortable to hold as you roll through the airport or on a short walk up a smooth sidewalk to your hotel. Some bags are more of a hybrid between soft and hard-sided. Cotopaxi's Allpa 38 roller bag looks like a backpack on wheels. Truthfully, it shares a lot of the same materials and design as the backpack of the same name, so we're really not all that surprised. It has a recycled TPU-coated nylon front attached to a molded EVA back half. The benefit of this style is that you can use the compression straps to help it fit tighter airline depth restrictions if you pack less for your trip. It also has a large front pocket where you can store some travel accessories you want throughout the journey, like your phone, wallet, keys, plus some extra space for your 311 bag so you don't have to dig in the main compartment to get it out before entering the security line. The main area opens fully clamshell to reveal zipper mesh panels that hold your gear in place on each side. There's no other organization, so use cubes and pouches and pack sturdier gear like shoes on the front half with a flexible exterior. Your delicate gear is going to be more protected on that bottom half since it has all that structure. When it's time to go, the bag rolls along on two wheels with a handle to hold as you head to your gate. It only extends or retracts, unlike other luggage we've tried that has stops in the middle for shorter users, though we didn't have any issues with dragging it behind us. If you pack light or are heading up the stairs, there are two carry handles that you can use instead, although they're just simple webbing straps, much like you find on the backpack version of this bag, and they're not the most comfortable. Sometimes it doesn't make sense to invest in pricier luggage. Amazon Basics may be a good option for you if you just want to spend more of your budget on your trip. The ABS plastic hard-sided bag has more give and just feels cheaper all around than other suitcases on this list, but it gets your gear from point A to point B. The telescoping plastic handle is a little uncomfortable and a bit wiggly, but it gets the job done. You can roll it along on 4 wheels or pull it on 2, though it's bouncier and noisier than the other bags we've tested, especially when pulling it across rougher surfaces like cobblestone streets. Unlike the other luggage in this video, there's only one zipper pull, meaning it always opens from the bottom up, making it hard to quickly grab an item inside. The large open area on the backside includes X-shaped compression straps to hold your gear in place, though we're not huge fans of the buckle. It's not as quick to undo, and it feels a little less premium overall. The other side includes a liner panel with 2 mesh zippered pockets to stow small accessories. There's also a skinny zippered pocket close to the middle, though some of the glue securing it came undone as soon as we got our hands on the bag. If you can, we recommend buying this with enough time before your trip to swap it with another in case you have manufacturing issues like us. Luckily, this quality control error didn't affect its use, but it's a trade-off you may run into with a cheaper bag. On the other side of very simple luggage like the Amazon Basics are some bags with really unique features. The Solgaard, for example, includes a shelving system that makes it easy to pack a lot. When expanded, the shelves span nearly the entire height of the carry-on closet, including the fully extended telescoping handle. You can hang it from the handle and get to all of your clothing without unpacking at the hotel. The shelving system includes 4 main sections, each with different compartments, so there's enough variety to store everything from bulkier clothing down to small rolls of socks and underwear. However, the closet's depth is pretty significant, so you can't really put anything in the other half of the luggage while you're using it. We find this packing inefficient for how we travel, so we just opt for our own packing cubes instead. Another unique feature is the opening. It has buckles instead of zippers, and while we were concerned about them popping open at first, the whole bag feels really sturdy and durable. Plus, the built-in lock helps keep them closed. The telescoping handle is pretty standard with its 2 height adjustments, though the handle itself is really thick and feels a bit plasticky. As you may guess from the name, this Eagle Creek is more than just a suitcase. You can also carry it as a duffel or wear it as a backpack. While the sturdy nylon dobby, ballistic polyester, and recycled polyester materials are heavy compared to a regular travel backpack, it's lighter than a lot of rolling luggage. A pocket on the front holds the shoulder straps, which connect to triangular attachment points on the other end of the bag. You can wear it like a backpack or use the wrap to create a larger handle that carries like a duffel. It has 4 basic carry handles, so you can lift it out of your car trunk or pull it out of the overhead bin from nearly any direction, and the telescopic handle stops at 4 different positions for different sizes of users, allowing you to pull it along on 2 wheels behind you. A quick access pocket on one end includes a key leash and a mesh pocket to lock down the small gear you want to get to while traveling. The main compartment is a simple open space that's just as easy to pack as a duffel bag, so you'll have no trouble filling it with cubes, pouches, and shoes for your next trip. You may like this bag if you're unsure what terrain you'll have to cover when you leave the airport. While it's about the same size as a larger travel backpack, having the wheels as a comfier option on smooth surfaces is nice. If you like the minimalist, utilitarian look of wallets from the Ridge, you'll probably like their carry-on. The German Macrolon polycarbonate exterior has aluminum reinforcements on the corners for durability, similar to the July we mentioned earlier, while the rubberized plastic extendable handle is comfortable to hold, although it's pretty large, like the Solgaard. It has 4 wheels, and while they're not quite as loud as the Amazon Basics Hardside spinner, they're still louder than the other carry-ons we've mentioned. That said, they still roll smoothly along different surfaces, which is ultimately what you're looking for in a carry-on. Inside, there's a large zippered panel to hold gear in place, whether or not you use packing cubes. It has a built-in pocket perfect for holding small gear like socks and underwear, and a place to tuck a smart tracker to keep a virtual eye on your bag. There's a large compression panel attached with 2 adjustable straps on the other side to keep your items from shifting around during the flight or help you fit bulkier sweaters and hoodies into the suitcase. You know, instead of sitting on it as you're trying to repack to head home. So, what do you think of our first roundup of carry-on luggage? What's your favorite, and what do you want to see next time? Let us know below, and we'll see you in the next one.